We're on.
Okay, are we all set? Everybody else set?
Percentage of.
We have
80,
started
20.
now, so
I know.
this is the special common council meeting to be held Tuesday, September 5th, 2023 at 6 p.m. Thank you all for coming. This meeting is called to order. Would you please call the roll?
Alderperson Juzwicki,
Present.
Alderperson Bailey,
Present.
Alderperson Kastner,
Present.
Alderperson Akers,
Present.
Alderperson Sarian.
Present.
Item B1 under new business, approve a resolution to affirm membership commitment with the Cities and Villages Mutual Insurance Company and set annual premiums for the policy years 24, 5, and 6.
So with this resolution, CIVMIC just asked their members to commit to specific years so that they can get premium set for us and get us the best pricing. This would be for 2024, 25, and 26. We would just have to decide, do we want to stay with our self-insured retention amount of $37,500, or do we want to increase our self-insured retention amount to $50,000? There is a little bit of cost savings if we have a higher self-insured retention, which means we would pay more out of pocket for each claim we get if we go to the $50,000 self-insured retention before their dollar amounts would kick in.
Is there a savings?
And there is a savings, so you'll see on page 1 of 2 where they have, it's called attachment 1, near the bottom it says annual premium summary. You'll see in 2024, we'll save about $3,700. 2025, we would save about $3,800, and 2026, about $3,900. And they have a little projection on the chart, which is, I think, your last attachment, where they just try to say, you know, you'll have more savings over a longer term if you obviously have a higher self-insured retention. So in that case, they took years 2020, 2021, and 2022 and kind of showed what the premiums were at each level, and that would have been a savings of $10,700 approximately.
So Carl could probably explain the stuff as an insurance guy more than I can. It's essential, self-insured retention is your deductible. Most claims fall below the current self-insured retention. It's whether or not there will be any large claims that exceed that,
And the aggregate is per year.
and they aggregate it per year.
So would you have?
It's per current. It's,
Jennifer, there's a,
But it says aggregate on here too, and confused them. So that's per year.
sorry, on page 1, it says $150,000 instead of 50. Is that a typo? That's what I'm trying to confirm here.
So if we got
Okay,
sued
SIR.
4 times, we'd be hit the aggregate.
That's supposed to be 50, right, not 150? Because if it's 150, then there's no point in taking option 2.
Do you think that means, I'm not sure, total amount of the
those are
claim?
all the occurrences added up. So you wouldn't be exposed to more than 150,000.
In 1
total
year.
In 1 year. So if you had
37 does not
$50,000 claims, or you had would be 37.5 claims, right? And you reached the
4,
maximum,
yeah, 5.
then your SRR would be, it would be met.
So is it
So
still
the
at
real question is, do
150?
we want 37 or do you want 50? To
Yes.
save $3,700, I don't see that number savings.
I don't
A
think,
year?
no. Well, there's potential, one large claim could, it depends on the claim, because many claims are statutorily capped.
I have a question. If it's, if at the 37.5, it's capped, you're saying at 150,000 a year?
So that would be 3750
I-
times
no,
4 was
get-
100.
No, that's not my question. My question is, if it's 50,000,
there it is.
is
Okay.
it still 150?
I got it.
Or is that number gone up?
Aggregate's $200,000 then on the second option.
Is it?
Oh.
Do you
That's
see
what
it there?
should be. That's why I'm asking.
Where did it say
I
that?
don't think it says, I think the aggregate remains.
37,500 is
Not
per
anywhere,
occurrence.
but
The
it's up.
aggregate is 4 times that,
The printout.
so 75,000.
That's why I'm
times 2.
asking if it's,
What
So
ours
if it's
is.
50, then it'd be $200,000 aggregate.
I think we
That's
should
why-
stick with 37.5.
Either way, I do too.
Done.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'd entertain a motion to approve the resolution with this self-insured retention at 37.5.
We're getting sued a lot lately.
motion to approve.
Motion by Alderperson Akers, there's
Second.
second by Alderperson Bailey. Would you please call?
Alderperson Juzwicki,
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey,
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner,
Aye.
Alderperson Akers?
Aye.
Alderperson Zarian?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 2 is approve an application for a temporary Class B retailer's license from Harley's Owner Group to sell fermented malt beverages indoors at a service workshop for Pan America customers and buyers on September 16th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'd entertain a motion to
Motion to
approve.
approve.
By Alderperson Kastner, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Triswicki, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carry, right? All,
Yeah.
motion carries. Item 3 is consider approval of a resolution allowing the claim of Mary Jean Perez.
It's a police vehicle backed into her vehicle. The lower.
So she received,
That's the
she
higher
provided 2 estimates. I don't know if you saw this. One was for about $270. The other one was for $1,175. We'll just say for, we're recommending approval of the $270, right?
Do you want it paid in that amount or per the actual quote?
The actual quote was $263.51. So you can make it for the actual quote, which was some time ago, or you could round it to 270 and give her an extra $7. The other quote for the service was $1,174. I'd entertain a motion to approve the claim in the amount of $263.51 or $270, just to round it off.
Motion for approval for the 270.
Okay, motion by Alderperson Kastner, second by Alderperson Bailey. They claim it was incredibly reasonable. So, motion was made and seconded. Would you please call for 270?
Alderperson Juzwicki?
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey?
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner?
Aye.
Alderperson Akers?
Aye.
Alderperson Zarian?
Aye.
Before we move on, can I ask a question that kind of relates to this? I know on our streetlights, we have the devices for like our emergency vehicles to change them from. red-
EVPs, they're
yeah.
called?
Do they work for state patrol cars? Because I was at the lights on Loomis and Layton and a state trooper came through, or maybe it was a sheriff, maybe it was a Milwaukee sheriff, and the lights did not change for them on Loomis and Layton. They had to run the red light.
Yes, so EVPs require financial commitment from the city. Typically, we share or incur the costs for the installation on the traffic signals, even on county roads. We also pay to have them in our emergency vehicles and our police cars.
Yep, I'm aware
I'm
of that.
not sure if Milwaukee County or the State Patrol does the same.
Okay, because I was just curious, and I thought that was kind of dangerous for them to be going, especially through that intersection
It's,
without.
it's one of those examples of being penny pinching and dollar foolish. As we get into the insurance stuff, one car blasting through a red light because the lights hadn't changed because someone didn't want to put the technology in the car that cost some money up front could wipe out any savings that you might have in the event that an accident occurred. And
Don't want to quote Facebook, but there's a very similar situation, I think, on Highway 100 in Edgerton. Well, it didn't end well. But I could be wrong, because it was.
so
I'm
Highway
quoting
100 in
Facebook.
Edgerton is in another neighboring community, and I'm not sure if EVPs have been installed on that. They're typically an adder for us, right?
I mean, yeah, we've made a point of putting them at major
So
intersections.
whenever
and-
we have projects on our major quarter section roads, as part of the project cost, we include those. I think I don't remember what it was on Layton Avenue between 27th and Loomis when that was reconstructed, but I don't
I would assume
remember.
we have it on 35th. I know it's on
I think
Loomis
it's at
and
our
Layton.
expense.
Yeah, I don't know if we have it on 47th Street because I've not seen that one flip for police cars, but
I don't think we do because it doesn't
it's not a
usually,
real major one. Yeah.
it's usually a flashing yellow. We do have it in the other direction with a proximity switch. In the event that somebody's on 47th Street waiting for a stop sign, it'll change. That's what causes that to change.
Well, there's been some incidents during school drop-off and pickup where it's not working, and I've had to call.
There's still a timer, right? So once.
No, there wasn't. It was,
You should talk to Jeff about that.
I did.
Okay, okay.
It was the second time they've had that issue because school backup was pretty bad that day.
Okay. It's bad at all the schools. I don't know if
No,
kids
no,
just don't take.
I'm quite familiar, yes.
No.
But I'm just saying, it was noticeable to all of us that the light was not properly changing on 47th Street.
Well, the buses are empty, though.
Which I don't understand why nobody's taking the buses
I
anymore.
don't know why, they just, my kid's bus left at 4 PM when school gets out at 3:26.
Because they can't get past all the cars that are lined up, probably.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so item 4, discussion decision to approve a health department services agreement between the city of Greenfield and the city of West Dallas. This is the agreement that we talked about. They're basically providing the manpower to run our health department until we figure out things further. Julie, who is de facto health director right now, I guess I'm the de facto health department director, but Julie has been following through with West Dallas. The rates, the schedule of rates for the services offered are incredibly reasonable. I would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Kastner, second by Akers. Tonight, I think West Dallas is meeting tonight to approve acceptance of the same agreement, so. Okay, motion was made and seconded. Would you please call?
Alderperson Drzwicki.
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey.
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner.
Aye.
Alderperson Akers.
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian.
Aye. So
and-
if we have a question or something, or constituent calls, what's the process? What happens?
So as of the agreement being signed, we'll actually have people we have some employees in our health department right now, limited number.
No one answering the phone or someone answering the
Yeah,
phone?
Someone is answering the phone. We have that, and the farmer's market person is still there, and there's a few, I remember the service side, and then the other,
We
there's
have the
folks
admin
on-
support is there, so
So,
they'll answer.
but we're busily catching up on reports and things that
And I would assume admin would know where to direct any
admin
calls.
would know, or just give me a call and I'll find out if I have a question. The health director will be stepping in from West Dallas and leading some oversight of the department, and so that'll be a good thing. Just ask for a little bit of patience right now, but you can contact me, or contact,
Calls the health department has a question.
call
about-
Marina or Jill when she's here. I'm sure they can probably answer the question for you. If they can't answer it, get a hold of me and I will make sure that somebody can answer it for you. Or call Julie second, because she may have already answered the question for someone else. And then
Should I wear a mask in public or not?
I'll leave that to the cable channels right now. Oh, it is going around. I know 4
I know
people
that.
that have gotten it.
Are we
It's-
gonna give the COVID vaccines?
I don't know if
Probably
we're
not. I think we're
eligible
doing
and all
both.
that stuff and the protocols. We don't have any nursing staff to do it
So
right now. So this agreement will allow us to start scheduling those kinds of things. And
We had kind of gotten out of that
West
before.
Dallas, they're not gonna come here.
I don't know yet. So,
I'm not gonna call you because you don't know anything.
no, but I can find out. I don't know the answer as I speak, but I can,
I'm sorry.
We were not giving COVID shots for quite some time. I think we stepped out of that.
so what I would
No, more
recommend
than
if you
that.
needed a COVID shot, since it's all the same price wherever you go,
Yeah.
I would look at Meijer or Walmart or
I
Walgreens.
get it free from Walgreens.
All of them, so there you go, that's the answer to your question, go to Walgreens and schedule an appointment, or
Maybe
Meijer.
everyone- I don't know. if
Most-
everyone
I
gets it
think-
free. I don't,
I think
okay, well,
Think-
I have, okay.
I think that's
it.
what I would do if I wanted one.
Yeah.
I would call Meijer or Walmart or Walgreens. I'm not sure if Hyatt Pharmacy still does
Yeah, I was
it,
wondering that if they were doing it too still or not.
but that's what I would do for now. So motion was made second, we did call on that? We did
Yep.
that one, thank you very much. Items 5 and 6 are with Park and Rec. The first is to approve award of a contract to Meek Playgrounds LLC for Conkle Park North Playground Place Surface Improvement Project at Conkle Park. And the second is, item 6 is approve award of a contract to PLM Paving and Concrete LLC for asphalt work at Conkle Park. I know Alderperson Drzwicki has a couple questions. Both of these projects are being paid for with community block grant dollars that have to be spent by the end of October, the beginning of October, so we have 1 month to do them. But he had some questions about, I think, right? Did you?
Scott, briefly, what's the useful life on this stuff when it gets poured I understand there's a
Poured in
large
place?
expense.
Usually 15 to 20 years, and we're kind of with the Conkle North, that's why we selected that particular playground.
Okay.
We're right in that window right now.
Right, and
And
this
we're
is-
taking advantage of this dollars being available to us to basically knock that out, and, because they'll be coming back here in a budget down the
Right.
road looking for $130,000.
Can't use them
Correct.
elsewhere in the city either.
Correct? What's that?
Cannot use them elsewhere in the city.
Yeah, it has to be in a low to moderate income area. Conco Park is one of the parks that actually is compliant and then it falls into that category.
The second question, it's basically $190 a square foot or so. How much of that is materials alone? Do you know?
I didn't get the breakdown. It's usually, Pardon Place is not inexpensive, but the life expectancy as opposed to going in there every year and adding $2,000, $3,000 in wood chips
Yep.
and the cleanup and everything to go with that, plus it's not as compliant ADA and it's not as safe as the Pardon Place.
So out of the extension of all the dollars that are available through the block grant, is there a possibility to do more than one park space where they'd be giving a better quote to us for the same amount of money? Or
It
that's
has to
just
be in
completely
Conco
detailed?
Park.
It has to be.
Yeah,
It just
this,
has to-
this is, as far as the square footage here is a pretty sizable project to begin with.
Yep.
The other thing that's a huge consideration, obviously, is the timing. So basically, they have to get in, get out, and get their billing to us, so I can get scheduled reimbursement, which we just got the paperwork today, by the way, like signed agreements from the county. So the turnaround is unbelievably tight.
Okay.
And usually where they mobilize, there'll be a whole nother mobilization to try and go to another park.
Understood.
But
Thank you.
Cooper's Hawk was definitely on the list if that's what you're looking at, because I wanted to get, that was the other one I wanted to get done, and that one will be coming up shortly.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
The other stuff too, just the price for this stuff seems really high, and it is because it's a proprietary product for the most part, with only a few vendors that actually install it.
It's pretty labor intensive too, it's a lot of
but it's-
handwork, yeah.
So is pouring concrete. It's
And
like
it's kind
this-
of classified as like almost concrete, because you are trolling it out and moving it around by hand.
Maybe we should just make concrete there instead.
That'd be real safe, sure.
Oh,
All right, so was there a motion?
No.
I'd entertain a motion to approve
Motion to approve.
both items 5 and 6.
Second.
Motion by Drزwicki, second by Akers. On call, please.
Alderperson Juzwicki.
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey.
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner.
Aye.
Alderperson Akers.
Aye.
Alderperson Zarian.
aye.
Mayor, just one thing, so obviously with these both projects happening somewhat simultaneously, there may be some disruption to the parking lot after the car show, but before the October 1st deadline, because there's going to be both contractors in there.
You could put that in our news section of our website.
As soon as we have the finalized dates, we will.
Okay. No, there was only 2 pieces of news on our website when I screenshotted it the other day. It's like, there's got to be more stuff happening that should be on the front page of our website. So I reminded everybody. There should be, right? I mean, with everybody, so.
Every department should jump.
You should contribute, right? Okay. Next Wednesday.
Health Department.
Next Wednesday, I'm presenting the budget to the Finance Committee. That's basically just giving you a binder with it and going through some very basic numbers for you folks to look at. Alderperson Akers contacted me recently about the date in November when we'll be having the public hearing for the budget. It's either going to be November 7th or the 21st, and it sounds like it's going to be the 21st.
Okay, good.
My anniversary.
Is that your anniversary?
But that's okay, I come even if it's my anniversary.
Maybe it beats, the
Yeah,
celebration.
the 7th and 14th, I could not make anything after the 14th.
So
I
it's
could.
got to be it's got to be a regularly scheduled common
the
council meeting, which
21st
would
would
be the
be-
7th or the 21st. Usually we do it around the middle of the month, like
Uh-huh.
the 14th through the 17th or something. That's usually when it's done, but there's usually a meeting scheduled in there somehow because the Tuesday, whatever.
And some notes I looked at, it said either the 14th or the 21st, but the 21st is our scheduled one.
And I've also misspoken. I've received additional guidance with regard to the shared revenue. It will be available in 2 payments, potentially next year in July and November. So that's probably a good thing for the budget. Just got some information with regard to health insurance. That's encouraging. Some of the early numbers for that are encouraging. That's about it for now. So, the sky isn't falling this year like it has been.
That's good.
It'll start falling again in about 3
Don't
to 4
talk about
years.
our roof while we're sitting here, okay?
Huh?
Don't talk about the roof while we're here.
Yeah, no, yeah, really.
We actually need the rain tonight.
We could use the rain for the last 3 or 4 weeks, actually. Is it supposed to rain tonight?
It is.
That's a good thing. As long as it
Three
doesn't
o'clock
rain,
in the
as long as it doesn't rain Friday and Saturday, I'll be happy.
Not gonna,
It's not going to?
no.
Can I have that in writing?
70s
70, really?
at the highs?
It's supposed to be a.
Okay, car shows
after-
this Saturday. Hope you're all there. It starts at noon. I think
I'll be
cars start
snowing,
getting
yeah.
let in around 10, 11, something like that.
It'll be a nice day, so won't be able to open my house
We have been
up.
blessed with amazing weather for car shows in the last, every year, so.
I can't make it this year, I got a wedding shower.
You have a wedding shower?
Yeah, not for me, but
My son likes to go to the car
Do
show.
boys go to showers?
Sometimes they do nowadays.
Do they?
God, yeah.
They should.
God, back in the day,
Yeah,
they
the
didn't.
fiance.
Back in the day, boys wouldn't go to showers.
That's right.
I'm the butler at this one, so.
Are you the butler?
Yeah.
Take a picture in the black suit. All right, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
Did any
moved.
questions for anybody? One note for Alderperson Bailey, I met with your constituent today on Waterford, and I think we have that problem resolved.
Oh, good, because that was sort of a complicated problem.
Sure was, but I think we'll get it figured out. Maybe not, but I remain encouraged because the curbs are being poured this week.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think we,
what an opening in his curb, and there was no,
yeah, it's a challenged lot that needs special attention. So
sometimes we can get it, we can work with the constituent,
there's almost always a solution to a problem if we're
Yeah.
willing to do it.
and sometimes
Yep,
some
exactly.
people aren't as flexible as.
Flexibility is a beautiful thing in this world. It's how problems get solved. Entertain a motion to adjourn
Motion to adjourn.
by Alderperson Kastner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Akers. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion